Well, we get to say hi to our friend John Bird. How are you? It's been a while.
Great. Yeah. We were, I think we spoke, I don't know, about a month into quarantine last time. But
How
doing
how
good.
how have you guys been doing? I mean, there with all the starts and stops and openings and closings and stuff. How are you guys doing now?
We're doing great now. Everything's kind of got, everybody's used to what's going on now. So people know that, to stay, keep your masks on and everything's outside. We've got a great area outside. We just had the a restaurant open in the alley with us too, which has some amazing food. They're called Fire and Vice. So now we don't have the food trucks, and because you have to rely on like a $5 voucher and everything, and people are just getting it. So we're cranking, and of course it's Oktoberfest season, which is our biggest season. So
Well, I mean, listen, Germans and beer have a long history, and I thank my ancestors for creating part of that. But what is it about? What is it about Enegren? What do you guys specialize in?
yeah, so we specialize in German style lagers basically, and we do have a few ales, but more of the traditional old German style ales, like a alt beer, which is actually what I'm drinking right now. It's one of the ones that we're most famous for, and then our Hefeweizen ale. Every once in a while, we'll have an IPA in there. We just did a collab with Institution for fun to do that, but other than that, you're going to see our old school traditional styles like the Helles. We have 3 different pilsners on. We have smoked lagers. We have just all kinds of like great lagers, and we've gotten some. And then obviously right now our Oktoberfest lagers. So
Breweries are always so important for people to come together and have a place to socialize over a couple beers or whatever. But even more so, I would assume now. Is that what you're seeing over there?
oh, definitely. Just for people to be able to get out and to have a good atmosphere, that we've been able to, spread everything out, and people can come together and just like act a little bit normal right now, and have a beer. Yeah, it's been great. A lot of people coming out, and also people that are just, they want to support everybody too. So we've seen a lot of that, people coming out to support.
How has it been working with the county? LA County is having really a lot of problems with the Brewers Guild trying to get the county to ease some of the restrictions so that the breweries can reopen. How was it for you guys working with Ventura County?
So we had the same situation happen with us. And it took about, I want to say it took about a month before we were able to get them to change it. We spoke up very loudly and really kind of screamed from the top of our lungs that it wasn't fair, and we should be treated the way that restaurants are. And finally, yeah, about 4 weeks in, we were able to make that change. And so still have to do the food vouchers and stuff, which is fine. But yeah, the fact that LA County is still having to fight this is a real big bummer. We've got some great friends out in the LA Brewers Guild that are struggling, and really had to pivot and do some great stuff. Bravery is one of them. Like we've known Brian over there for as long, since they opened their brewery. And we've tried to do what we can to spread the word and tell people this, they got to reach out to their assembly people and get them to open it up.
I don't understand how they're making a difference from the restaurants to the breweries. It just doesn't seem fair. It seems arbitrary. And I'm wondering if there was any way to get the Ventura County officials to, reach out to LA County and say, hey, we haven't been able to track the reopenings of breweries to any spikes or anything like that. If that would work at all.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should try. It's getting them to do anything extra right now is going to be tough. But definitely that would be a good way to go. So maybe we'll see if we can get in touch with the right people. It's a bummer because it's really, in Ventura County it was up to one person, and we finally were able to drill it into that person that, look, it's the same. We are even more of a we're made to, like, most of these places can spread out, and it's a lot safer than actually being at a restaurant too, because restaurants are compacted in and they can only expand for so much. But a lot of breweries are in industrial areas where they have plenty of room that they can spread out. the food that they would have to get, if they don't, the ones that are closed right now, the food is outside. You're not even going inside to get food. The kitchen is outside on wheels. So it keeps it even more in the open air.
Well,
So
Bravery, you mentioned Bravery Brewing. That backyard is massive. It makes no
yeah,
sense why they couldn't open that up. And I think that there's
exactly.
this fake or phony or bad stereotype that people are going to breweries and they're getting drunk and they're whipping off their masks and they're licking doorknobs, and that's just not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally. It's that was one of the main points. And they were saying that, you know, people go to breweries and they get rowdy and just forget about all the things. Like, no, they don't. Like people go to breweries and just like they go to wineries too. And the biggest thing, another big thing is wineries don't even have the food stipulation. Like you don't have to have food at a winery to sit there. At a brewery, you do. So that's like the next thing that we're trying to go after right now. But the it's people aren't going to breweries and chugging, taking shots and things like that. They're tasting different beers and really in a family friendly environment, just like at a restaurant. So
Well, we unfortunately can't be there at Enegren or at Bravery or at Old Stump like we wanted to, but Oktoberfest is going to be running for the month of, let's see, October, I would assume, at Enegren. And our understanding is this weekend, if people come up and mention Gary and Shannon, they'll get a buck off their first beer.
yeah, definitely. Come on out. Come check it out. It's real. I mean, we have it super spaced out, really safe. Everybody's been great. The food is amazing. And obviously, I mean, if you're looking for German beer or in Southern California, we're the place to go. So we actually have our actual Oktoberfest. It's going to be the 10th and the 11th. So you can check that out on our website, enegrenbrewing.com, and you can reserve a table. That we have this totally planned out as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's gonna be a lot different than we normally do as well.
How do you say cheers in German? I don't even.
Prost.
Roast.
Mm.
There you go.
Prost.
Well, John, good to see your face. Appreciate your time.
You guys too. Thank you so much.
You bet.